believe in yourself, power comes from within. If they counted you out, it doesn't matter, you're still gonna win.
Tonight's game is presented to you in parts by the Frankfort Eagles. Post 976, they are people helping people. By Day and Ginda Funeral Home, proud supporters of high school athletics in Clinton and Carroll County. By the healthy communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice.
By FiberHawk, fast, affordable FiberHawk.
By the Farmers Bank, where you don't have to be a farmer to be a farmer. Let's grow. By the Willow Creek Barn, providing a picturesque setting for the barn wedding of your dreams. And by Tornado Roofing, specializing in residential and commercial roofing and repair.
Good evening and welcome to beautiful Case Arena in Frankfort, Indiana, the site of tonight's IHSAA volleyball matchup. The last Sagamore Conference game that will be played on this floor for volleyball. After this season, both of these teams will join a brand new conference. It's Crawfordsville and Frankfort. You see the records on the screen, 16-10 for Crawfordsville, Frankfort at 18-8. These teams almost mirror images of each other. Joined by Doug Wood, I am Sean Walker. Doug, great to have you here with me. I hope you're enjoying your first year of college over there at Ball State, becoming a big broadcaster these days.
I am. I'm excited to be back here in Case Arena. First time being back in Case Arena after going to Ball State. So excited for this great matchup here tonight.
Our pregame show tonight brought to us by the Farmers Bank, Let's Grow. And Let's Grow's been the message all season long from Coach Kia Rushton. She wanted to improve on the win total from a year ago. She wanted to improve on where they finished in the conference. And to quote the great Jackie Moon, tonight it's all about fourth place, right? It's not the Flint, Michigan Mega Bowl, but it's fourth place in the Sagamore Conference. And after finishing in 8th place last year, that's a huge improvement for these Frankfort Hot Dogs if they can get a win.
Yeah, it's massive for Frankfort. Frankfort's been struggling in the recent past, but they've been improving every year, and this was the year to get over the hump for Kia Rushton and her Hot Dogs, and been playing really good volleyball this year. Jalen Smith and Lily Rockhold kind of leading the crew for the Hot Dogs, but everybody's been pitching in. So really exciting volleyball to be watching.
You mentioned two underclassmen, but tonight it's about the seniors, and there's quite a few of them that we will talk about and show some love to tonight for Frankfort as it was senior night heading in. You saw the shirt that Coach Rushton was wearing a moment ago, and it said seniors on the back. Frankfort will be without one of their seniors, one of their starters, as Ella McAtee continues to miss time due to an injury, left with a concussion in that Clinton Prairie game, and doesn't look like she is going to make it back this season. Wish her the best, obviously, as she tries to recover and get back for basketball season. It's a blow to Frankfort, but one benefit to this year's team, Doug, they're deep. They're a very deep roster. They rotate a lot of girls in and out.
Yeah, as I mentioned, they have those two star players, but there's so many players around the court that can make plays. You know, they make substitutions, and you don't see a weakness on the court. It's really valuable to have that as a coach, and that's a big reason why they're 18-8 this year.
Our players to watch tonight. First up for the Crawfordsville Athenians. It's going to be none other than Reese Price. The sophomore outside hitter is the exact opposite. I shouldn't say polar opposite because that would be different, but mirror image of Lily Rockhold on the other side of the net. A sophomore outside hitter and a top hitter in the state of Indiana, top 20.
Yeah, Reese Price coming into today's has 281 kills. That leads the team, and it's 4th in the conference. I believe it's 20th in the state, the state in 3A as well. And then, obviously, as we mentioned, Lily Rockhold has, I believe it's 290 something kills, and that's 3rd in the conference. So right next to each other. So that'll be fun to see who performs better tonight.
It would be easy to select Lily Rockhold or Jalen Smith as a player to watch for Frankfort tonight, but it's senior night, and we went with the senior that had the biggest impact in that game against Clinton Prairie. She was a difference maker in the comeback, and the way that they steered that match kind of helped carry them through when things got a little bit tough, and it's Justine Thomas.
Justine Thomas has been in the program for a while now, and this is her senior year, and it's been not only just a breakout year for the team, but for her as well. Has 115 kills, 2nd on the team, as well as 17 aces. So when she gets back to that service line, it's really helping the team out back there as well.
And with Ella McAtee out, they've asked Justine to move around and play in some different positions, and she was fantastic in that role the other night. Just like the players tonight specialize in aircraft, so do the professionals at Tornado Roofing. For more info, visit tornadoroof.com. Our officials tonight, brought to us by Day and Ginda Funeral Homes, will be Roger Nelson and Sam Wheeler. This will be the two calling the action for you on the floor. We'll step aside for the national anthem. When we come back, we'll get you your starting lineups and volleyball right here on the ISC Sports Network.
For the barn wedding of your dreams, you need to experience our country estate, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. Schedule your tour today at thewillowcreekbarn.com. Voted the Knot Best of Weddings for 3 years straight.
Rondell Sims is a successful entrepreneur and beloved grandpa, in part because he's responsive and attentive. That also just happens to be what he looks for in a financial partner. And when it comes to his bank, Rondell is a farmer.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Welcome to the Willow Creek Barn, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. From the moment you arrive on the property, you'll notice every detail is finely crafted to provide you with the dream wedding you've always dreamt about. From carriage and trolley rides to breathtaking aerial views via our hot air balloon, the Willow Creek Barn offers unforgettable moments that will last you a lifetime. For more information about our packages and availability, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com.
Former WNBA star Katie Douglas Poe is now the owner of fitness franchises that help people get healthier and more active. And even though she comes from the world of elite athletics, Katie's favorite customers are the ones pursuing modest goals. We're proud to provide her with that same kind of personal support and individual attention to her finances, which is why, when it comes to her banking, Katie is a farmer. The Farmers Bank. Let's grow.
A wonderful rendition of the Star Spangled Banner here tonight, and somebody near and dear to your heart, Doug. That's your sister down there leading the show choir,
yes,
right?
It is. My sister's the choir director here at Frankfort, and she said, "Hey, can you shout out the Fortissimo tonight?" I said, "We'll get you on there." So,
very nicely done. That's the second time we've got to hear them over the last couple of weeks, and another great turnout here for Frankfort volleyball. It just goes to show, you win, and they come look at this 18-8 record. Look at the students showing up, the lower bowl. A lot of people here again this evening, especially under our camera vantage point behind both benches. Exciting stuff there. Our starting lineups, first up for the Crawfordsville Athenians, looks just like this. Allie Strickland, Reese Price, Olivia Hedrick, Ellie Walker, Katie Grace Whitecotton, Claire Peacock, and Emma Buser. Emma, a niece of a teacher here at Frankfort, or at least she used to be when I was around here. She's retired now. Okay, thank you for that information. Mrs. Buser. The head coach for Crawfordsville, Allison Manuel. I want to thank Allison for all the information she got us about her Crawfordsville Athenians team heading into this broadcast here tonight. And, you know, it proves that it's a small world. We work very closely at the ISC Sports Network with Mitch Huppert over at Marian University, and she said, "Hey, that's my significant other." And by the way, I played at Madison Grant. We used to play here at Frankfort a lot. And I said, "Well, my father-in-law was a teacher at Madison Grant," and she had him as a teacher. So there you go. 6 degrees of separation with Kevin Bacon has just happened here at Frankfort High School. And now the lights will go out. And the starting lineups for the Frankfort Hot Dogs, same as they were last week. Lily Rockhold, Daisy Santos Valdez will fill in for McAtee. Morgan Harrington, Justine Thomas, Jalen Smith, Addie Keck, and Carolyn Queen is the libero. Our starting lineup is brought to us by Ardente Dental, where healthy smiles start here. Not only do you have the choir, Doug, you've got the band, you've got the student section, you've even got the mascot. Frankfort High School going all out.
Yeah, it's really cool to see all this. I mean, a couple years back, they brought in shutting the lights off for the pregame and for the basketball team, but seeing it expand to the volleyball team and everybody showing up for this volleyball team that is succeeding is really cool.
Awesome tunnel to run out through. You see Frankfort rocking the pink jerseys tonight here for Cancer Awareness Month.
Jerseys are looking nice, looking slick. Great job by Kia Rushton there.
We got to see Carolyn Queen wear that jersey last week on her own as her libero jersey, and now tonight, since the rest of the team's wearing pink, she goes to the standard blue. She'll be easy to spot for us.
Yeah.
These two teams, again, you know, we've said it, not to beat a dead horse, but when you talk about mirror images of each other, the records are nearly the same. Their two top hitters have almost the identical numbers. The setters on both sides of the floor, almost identical numbers. I'll be honest, this one could very well go 5 sets tonight.
And we mentioned when we were just talking pregame, Frankfort has yet to play a 5-set match this year. So Crawfordsville's 2-0 in those 5-set matches. Could be interesting to see if that goes to 5 sets, how Frankfort reacts, having not played one 5-set match this year.
Another really cool thing that Max Preps puts out there is it shows you the average score per set. They're almost identical. Like both of them average around 20 points in set 1, so they could potentially be slow starters. And then set 2, set 3, set 4, they turn it on.
Yeah, getting my notes ready for this game, I almost just laughed to myself. I said, I don't think I've ever seen teams match up this closely. So really excited to see how it turns out tonight.
Both of these teams in the same sectional as well. We'll talk more about that tonight as the sectional draw was this past Sunday, hosted by ISC's very own Greg Rakestraw. ISC's own Colts Radio, NFL Red Zone highlights inside the stadium on Sundays, the TV voice for the preseason for the Colts, Indy 11, you name it. I don't have enough time. This match would probably go all 5 sets, and I'd still be naming off his resume.
Greg's a great guy. I got a job shout at him when he was announcing an Indy 11 game. So super friendly guy. Got to go in and see ISC when I was just a junior here in high school. So really thankful for him, and does a lot in the state of Indiana for sports media.
His knowledge of sports is ridiculous, too. There was a show back in the day called Stump the Schwab, and you could do that with rake. Take on the rake or something. Take the rake. The serve starts out here with Crawfordsville. They handle Lily Rockhold's first swing of the match, and Allie Strickland put a nice swing into one. Rockhold there. She gets the block, adds the point. They'll count that as a kill here for Rockhold, and Frankfort leads 1-0.
And that would be her 300th kill on the season. She came in at 299, so hitting the 300 mark as a sophomore is super impressive, and still got games to go.
Daisy Santos Valdez checked out as Carolyn Queen came in. A quick kill there, and Jalen Smith does that better than anyone else that I've seen this season, those quick sets.
That's something that she's been good at her whole high school career. Remember seeing her when she was a freshman and sophomore do that. So she's really mastered that and gets teams a lot of times with that little pushover.
This time they were trying to set Strickland. This hit into the net, and 3 straight points for the Hot Dogs. They come out quickly. Coach Rushton has preached all season. The message has been the same, consistent. She wanted to improve every aspect of what they did a year ago.
And I think they've succeeded in that. As you can see, 18-8, going for their 19th win tonight.
An ace for Queen. 5-0 Frankfort. We'll see if Coach Manuel takes the time out here pretty soon.
Caroline Queen's really giving Crawfordsville a lot of hard time right now on that service line. That's her 9th ace on the season. So good for Frankfort that she's getting going early.
Queen wears that other jersey. Libero is labeled as a defensive specialist, and that's definitely something that she is as well.
Yeah,
she leads the team in digs.
She does. She's also 5th in digs in the conference, so as a sophomore, making plays for Frankfort.
Nearly had another ace there. Now a free ball opportunity for Frankfort. They cannot capitalize, and now the same on the other side here for Crawfordsville. They set middle. Thomas there on the back row for the dig. Rockhold goes back corner. It's 7 straight for Frankfort. Lily Rockhold is fun to watch play, man.
She is.
When she winds up, you get out of the way.
As only a sophomore, leading or being third in the conference in kills, only behind Tri-West's and Webo. They're two players that are going to be playing at Middle Tennessee and Reagan Durbin, and Pitt for Izzy Maston. It's impressive as a sophomore to be behind those two players.
This timeout tonight brought to us by Healthy Communities of Clinton County, where the coalition is committed to reducing the risk factors contributing to chronic disease, including health disparities, by decreasing stigma and encouraging policy, system, and environmental changes. The vision of Healthy Communities is to make the healthy choice the easy choice. For more information, visit healthyclintoncounty.org. What a start here for Frankfort, Doug.
It's a great start. Couldn't have asked for anything better. Got a lot of energy in Case Arena tonight. I think that energy is helping Frankfort get off to a great start.
Queen, they finally, after the timeout, they ice her, run her off the service line. Crawfordsville gets off the schneid, and now substitution as Alexis Ratcliffe comes in. Allie Strickland checks out.
Looks like that timeout from Coach Manuel paid off.
The serve, they go after Queen. Smith sets middle. Keck put a nice swing into one. Diving effort in the back row from Thomas. Back-to-back points for Crawfordsville.
It's exactly what Crawfordsville needed to do to get back in this game. Got to stop the bleeding.
Both of these teams, a great mixture of experience and youthful talent. They go to Rockhold. She pushes towards back corner. Good cover up by Ratcliffe. The swing here by Reese Price. First time she's had an opportunity to put a kill. Blockers for Frankfort there, just couldn't square up on it. Now 3 straight for the Athenians. Quick set again from Smith. What makes her so dangerous, Doug, is she does a lot of jump sets. So you don't know if she's just going to jump and set or if she's going to jump and go for the kill.
It's definitely going to make it difficult on the opposing team every time.
Lily Rockhold, man, that thing died when it got across the net. They go to Thomas this time outside. Blockers there. They come back to Price. She lands another kill.
You can see early why Price and Rockhold have so many kills this whole season and why they're at the top of the conference.
Both with the long lean builds, the long arm. Great wind-up and follow-throughs.
As I mentioned earlier, Reagan Durbin and Maston are the only two they are behind, and they are facing off tonight for the conference championship with Webo and Tri-West.
They go back to Price again. Queen there, and now we get a net violation. So after that quick run from Frankfort early, Crawfordsville has responded. And another swing from Price.
And she's off to a hot start so far.
It took a minute to get her name called. We went through 6 or 7 points there without mentioning her, and now on 3 or 4 straight. Keck goes back corner, nice dig. Crawfordsville just got to keep it in play, and they do. They go back to Thomas. Nicely done by Ellie Walker. This one in, nice angle.
Expect to see a timeout from Kier Russian here soon if the Hot Dogs don't stop this run.
Been a game of runs so far. Frankfort opened up a 6 or 7 point run, and now Crawfordsville has responded. Keck blocked. Thomas blocked. Man, Claire Peacock that time, the setter, with a nice block in the middle.
2 back-to-back.
I believe it was Olivia Hedrick that had the other one, and this timeout brought to us by Willow Creek Barn. Attention, all engaged couples, discover why the Willow Creek Barn has been voted the Knott's Best of Weddings for 4 years in a row. Nestled just outside Frankfort, Indiana, the venue offers stunning indoor and outdoor ceremony options with breathtaking photo opportunities. Conveniently located near Lebanon, Lafayette, Zionsville, Noblesville, Carmel, and Indianapolis, they provide the perfect backdrop for your dream barn wedding. Visit thewillowcreekbarn.com for more details and start planning your unforgettable day. Well, I'll be honest, I was surprised at the quick run that Frankfort opened up to, and now you see Crawfordsville respond, and we're all knotted up at 8. This is much more the score I figured we would have at this point in the game.
If it continues like this, we're going to be in for a treat tonight. Definitely a 5-setter could be on the horizon.
Smell of burnt popcorn filling the air here at Case Arena. Somebody was so excited to watch the volleyball match, they forgot they had some popcorn going back there, I think.
We got the basketball team actually working concessions tonight, so hopefully my ex-teammates are concentrating on their job and not too much on the game.
Thomas that time put a little too much into that swing. This is the libero who's been serving here. Emma Buser. Rockhold, that swing is wide of the court. And now a 10-8 lead for Crawfordsville.
Crawfordsville's on a 10-1 run right now. Frankfort's got to stop that run, or it could be a 1-0 start for Crawfordsville.
Thomas, long again, and she was our player to watch here this evening. No, they say it was touched. Thomas asked for that right away, so she saw something that I missed, and sometimes the velocity on the ball, it's hard to tell. That's a big point for Frankfort, as they were looking like they were going to fall behind by 3. That time Price couldn't get enough on it to get it over the net. 10-all. And the Frankfort fanatic himself, Forrest, is in the building. You know it's a Frankfort event when you hear Forrest yelling.
Forrest is a Frankfort legend for sure. Glad to see him back in the building.
Frankfort with a free ball opportunity. They go to Thomas. Good diving save in the back row by Ratcliffe. And then Price puts some heat on it.
Man, she hits the ball hard.
Queen did her best to keep that one in play. Number 14 going to check in here. That's Lily Hummel. It'll be Ellie Walker who checks out here for a break. And at the service line is Peacock. That set that time headed for Hummel, who just checked in. I don't think she was quite ready for that one.
No, she looked a little surprised when they said it to her. First time checking into the game, got to be ready.
Jalen Smith at the service line. They go back to Hummel here. That one wide of the court. Now 12-11 Frankfort. You know, last week I was here with Laura Archibald and we were doing a game, and I said it is a family affair for Coach Kia Rushton and her family. Her husband out there doing some line judging duties, getting coaxed into it. I said her father, Brian Buzz Ewing, is at the scorer's table. I failed to mention her mom, Debbie, at the scorer's table, and I feel terrible about that. As she's there as well. And then her son, Lucas, is up here running a camera on the broadcast. So they're all here.
Tell you what, that family bleeds hot dog blue.
That's how you build a program, right?
Yeah, it is.
You don't need volunteers when you got the family.
Funny story, her dad, Brian Ewing, was actually my 8th grade basketball coach. Led us to a conference championship as an 8th grade. So,
yeah, Brian, a name that you can find in the history of Frankfort Hot Dogs book that circulated a few years ago. This serve into the net. That'll tie things back up at 13. We'll see if Frankfort can try to take advantage right here. They have Price in the back row. That's where they need some strong serving from one of their seniors. And they get a free ball opportunity here. Smith goes to Rockhold. Rockhold brings the sauce.
Perfectly executed. Got Lily Rockhold in her starting position where she likes to hit and got the ball to her to let her make a play.
14-13 now. Frankfort regains the lead. Senior night here at Frankfort High School. You see not only are the players rocking the pink jerseys, but as the camera pans, you can see the student section doing the same. I love the themes they do in high school. That wasn't around when I was here back in the day. Rockhold with another kill. Going just inside that deep baseline.
This is definitely a girl that Kia Rushton's going to want to have at the service line. She has a 90.5% serve percentage. So not going to make a whole lot of mistakes, and I jinxed it.
Broadcaster jinx in full effect as usual. Now the libero, Buser, comes out. This set goes to the middle. Nice diving effort by Zhang, but White Cotton.
It was a game of runs early now, but it seems like they're just trading points back and forth now. This is exactly what we expected to see tonight.
Katie Grace White Cotton with the kill, one of the seniors on this squad. Rockhold, my goodness.
You know, I don't know exactly how many kills she already has tonight, but it's got to be 5 or 6.
And that was probably the swing of the night so far for her. That one had some velocity on it.
It did.
Now Morgan Harrington, one of the seniors here for Frankfort. For Morgan last week, she had to pull double duty. She was on the homecoming court that ended up being for volleyball because they had such torrential winds and rains during football. So she had to show up, hair done, dress, heels, the whole nine, and then get to the back, get in volleyball gear, and come out and play.
Funny story, I was supposed to be here for that. On Friday, the traditions of the last big man on campus crowns a new one, but we had the downpour, and I couldn't get out of class to come back on Tuesday. So
college rules.
College rules.
16 all. That pass to Rockhold. A little too far that time, as she'd have tough time getting to it, and you don't want to risk an injury there going into the chair.
Yeah, definitely a smart move.
Ellie Walker earns a point here for Crawfordsville.
Ellie Walker actually leads the team in aces with 40 aces on the season.
Frankfort there for partial block was Keck. Crawfordsville staying on the attack, and now their largest lead of the match.
A little miscommunication there.
Frankfort out of system a little bit here. We'll see if they can regroup. Big swing there from Strickland. Now a free ball opportunity here for Crawfordsville. They go to Price in the back row. Good effort from Frankfort to keep it in play. Another big swing from Crawfordsville, and you felt like if Frankfort couldn't earn a free ball opportunity themselves, Crawfordsville was going to be able to keep that momentum on, and now a timeout here from Coach Rushton.
Frankfort just seemed a little out of sorts there on that point.
Mulberry Telecommunications is the parent company of ISC Sports Network, who has partnered here with Hot Dog TV. The Hot Dog TV program bringing you games all season long. This is year number, I don't even know. I'm lost. We've been here forever, I feel like, at this point in time. Doug, you were part of that a year ago. We have a fresh crop of new students now, and there was a little wave from Jeremy Rushton. Coach Kia Rushton's husband down there pulling double duty tonight. Officer by day, he's line judge by night here at volleyball. But a great program here as we partnered with Frankfort High School. Hats off to Richard Salee and all that he does for the students. And thank you to all the students behind the scenes who bring you the sights and the sounds and the graphics. It's so much fun.
The partnership with ISC and Hot Dog Network has gotten me to where I am in college and the career field I am going down. So really thankful to Mr. Salee and all of ISC.
Definitely makes me proud to be able to come back to my alma mater and help contribute to something like this. Frankfort out of that timeout. Got to find a way to stop this run here from Crawfordsville. Big block by Rockhold. She took that swing from Katie Grace Whitecotton one-on-one.
Yeah, that length of Rockhold is definitely going to help when attempting to block. And that is her 12th block on this season.
Queen at the service line for Frankfort. Crawfordsville. Ooh, nice dig. Rockhold, instead of swinging wild that time, tried to dink it over. They go back to her. She'll wind up here, and this one just long. 21-17. And now a substitution here as Ratcliffe comes in for Strickland.
Student section was calling for a tip. I didn't see one. I think that was a good call.
That serve into the net. You know, you got to give credit where credit's due, too. Coach Manuel let those first 6 or 7 points go against her team on the board on the road and then said, hey, okay, enough's enough, timeout. And from that point, they have regrouped and played really well here in set 1. Nice job by Addie Keck. I don't know how she played that out of the net. That was a self-preservation play from Morgan Harrington. The swing long.
Definitely an unconventional dig. You don't always see that happen, but it worked out for Frankfort.
That was hands up, protect the face, and it worked out really well. Back to a 2-point game. That swing from Harrington into the net. Now a 3-point lead for Crawfordsville. Emma Boozer at the line. Good diving effort from Thomas. Boozer, they go to Price. She's able to get one past Queen.
Just feels like every time they set Price, it just feels like a point for Crawfordsville is on the way.
Now 23-19, 2 points away from claiming set number 1 here at Frankfort on the road. Smith to Thomas. That block falls in between the defenders and the net, point for Frankfort. And now a substitution as Keck comes out. Zhang will come in for Frankfort, as well as Mowdy. Coley Mowdy checks in, and Morgan Harrington will take a seat. Price. That one blocked by Mowdy. Definitely one of her strong points when she subs in here in the front row. But again, as you said, when they set Price,
things tend to go well.
She's adding to that kill total tonight for sure.
Came into tonight 18 kills behind third place and Lily Rockhold. She's trying to chase her down tonight for sure.
Now set point. Thomas just has to play that one across. Now a free ball opportunity. They go to Mowdy. Price going right after Queen and Frankfort couldn't clean it up there on the second hit. Crawfordsville takes set number 1 by a score of 25-20. We'll step aside. Doug and I will be back right after these messages.
Frankfort Eagles 976, serving with the community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, Frankfort Eagles offers something for everyone. Golf leagues, bingo, concerts, kid parties, cookouts, and more. For more information on who we are and what we do, visit FOE.com or stop by Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street, Frankfort, Indiana.
Welcome to Trinity Hope Center. Here we are actively engaged in our recovery community with a multitude of activities including peer recovery coaching, a full computer lab, grief groups, relapse prevention, pre- and postnatal support group, educational workshops for family members with addicted loved ones, expungent workshops, parent cafes, Saturday pro-social activities, recovery walk club, book club, and even video game nights. For more information, give us a call at 765-250-1845. At Day and Gannett Funeral Home, we know the importance of family. Being a family-owned funeral home, we pride ourselves in giving the care and love to you and your loved one as if you were part of our own family. With a compassionate staff that takes pride in fulfilling all the details to celebrate the life of your loved one in a unique and special way, you can be sure that your services will be meaningful and memorable. When you suffer loss in your family, let our family take care of your family. Day and Gannett Funeral Home, putting family first.
Rondell Sims is a successful entrepreneur and beloved grandpa, in part because he's responsive and attentive. That also just happens to be what he looks for in a financial partner. And when it comes to his bank, Rondell is a farmer.
Welcome you back here to Case Arena after set number 1. Crawfordsville leads Frankfort 1-0. That score of set 1 was 25-20. Set number 2 tonight brought to us by our friends at Ardente Dental, where they offer high-tech dentistry with a personal touch. Whether you're a brand new patient or you've been with them for years, they're here to serve you. Give them a call at 654-7222 or visit them online at ardentedental.com. Ardente Dental, we bring smiles to life. Doug, Frankfort jumped out to a really nice 7-0 lead there to start set number 1. Crawfordsville fought their way back and ended up winning that one by 5. What do you think the difference was? I have a feeling I know what you're going to tell me. There's a player down there wearing number 3.
Yeah, that timeout was great by Coach Manuel, but then Crawfordsville is getting the ball set to their best player in Price. And Frankfort's got to find a way to stop Pruitt or it could be a long night.
Yeah, it's one of those opportunities where the ball was finding its way to Price early and often there, and they rode that momentum. Able to steal set number 1. Frankfort's got to find a way to do the same. When they were able to set Rockhold and she got a good swing on it, they look good. I mean, Frankfort had some big plays. Obviously, you don't want to be one-dimensional, but you've also,
you go to what's working.
She's 299 kills coming into tonight for a reason.
It's like that guy that just hit 3 threes. You find him, and he's hot. He's hot, and when she was hot, you got to find her and get the opportunity to get some more kills.
So they go through rotation, make sure everybody's set right. Queen, the libero, comes in. And Harrington will have to serve first here for Frankfort. Again, one of the seniors here for this Frankfort roster on senior night. 5 total seniors for the Hot Dogs this year. And Frankfort earns the first point of set number 2.
Be interesting to see how Frankfort responds. It's always tough losing the first set especially after being up 7-0. So they need to respond here and tie it up 1-1.
Swing in the middle of the floor there from Strickland. Harrington plays it to the back row to Boozer. Back-to-back points for Frankfort. Harrington will try to make it 3 straight here. Good diving effort from Queen. Trying to play the ball up enough to get it to a teammate.
And if you noticed, they're setting to Price even when she's in the back row because she's just hitting the ball so well right now.
Doug, you played basketball here at Frankfort. This floor is not forgiving, and these girls, they're laying out everywhere.
It is not forgiving. There's a reason they got those knee pads on, but had some hard falls on this court as well, so I can tell you it does not feel good.
2-2 the score. Ellie Walker serving here for the Athenians. Trying to get to win number 17 on the season. Hot Dogs trying to get to win number 19. There was a block. Claire Peacock. She's got some good size as a setter, which allows her to be very, very influential around the net.
Actually, is second on the team in blocks. So that's kind of rare for a setter to have that, but
Strickland this time too strong.
You know, if you're Crawfordsville, this being your last Sagamore Conference game, what better place to do it than one of the best venues in the state of Indiana?
Absolutely. Going to the newly minted conference. I'm going to pull my notes because I want to make sure I get this right. I think it's the Monon Athletic.
Yep.
Monon Athletic Conference. And when it was first announced, I was, old school guy, I don't like change, get off my lawn, all that good stuff. But other than Lebanon not being in conference, that just feels weird to me. Your biggest all-time rival. You look at the structure of it, and it kind of makes sense. I mean, the teams are kind of split right there. It's not a terrible travel for anybody involved.
Yeah, it does. Both of us going to Frankfort when the Sagamore Conference, we played all the way through with the Sagamore Conference. It's a little sad seeing it going, but I definitely think it could be a good change for Frankfort and Crawfordsville.
So used to looking around Case Arena up here on the upper bowl and having all the logos painted for the schools, and they're not there anymore.
It's kind of sad. It really is, That's always kind of a staple of Case Arena, seeing those logos painted. But I wonder if they'll paint the new school logos or if they'll just leave it the blue and white.
Well, they bring something back. It looks a little plain up here. 7-4 is Crawfordsville. Once again, they fell behind early here in set 2, 2-0, and they've stormed right back 7-4 now. These are two very well-balanced teams, and you can tell well-coached teams. Price with another kill. And you see the smile. She's having fun.
She is. It's fun to win, I'll tell you that. And what she's doing right now is helping Crawfordsville.
Queen goes to Smith. Smith, rock hold. A dink across that time, and you don't always have to hit it hard. You just have to hit it where they're not.
Really,
Perfect placement.
Really smart play by Rockhold there.
Doug, as Zhang checks in to serve here, I often ask Laura, I'm like, I understand basketball, football, all these other sports, right? Volleyball for me is you get the ace here off the top of the net. It's so crazy to me that you're tracking a ball in the air to go up and swing and hit it, yet you have the wherewithal to look around and realize, where's the opening? Where am I supposed to play this at? And then be able to get back to the ball and put it there.
Not only that, but all your momentum going towards the net and keeping yourself from going into the net.
Yeah.
I think I would just play recreationally. That was the hardest part. It's not crashing into the net. So it's impressive.
4 hits called against Frankfort there. The student section thought there was a block. Letting the officials hear it here. It's one benefit of having your home floor, but you also don't want to upset the officials. Again, those little opportunities right there for Frankfort are ones that they've got to take advantage of. And then they get lucky here. They earn the point back.
You mentioned the crowd earlier. Definitely is nice for these volleyball players to have this big support system here in Case Arena. We kind of started that my junior year, getting these big student sections, and you can tell it really helped the players out. I can tell you it helped me as a basketball player out when there's energy in Case Arena.
You want to talk about energy in Case Arena? You got to play in the Blue Chips game, Doug. This place was sold out, packed. Took me back to the old days, man. Made me feel good. I can't imagine what that was like being down on the floor.
Never played in anything like that in my life and never will again, but it was definitely a surreal moment. Tell you what, I was sweating a lot more as well. It was a lot hotter here. But, yeah, it was a great game. We won, which always helps. But, yeah. 5,000 people in Case Arena. I had never seen it before. So
9-9 all knotted up here in set 2. A crucial set for Frankfort, not one to fall behind. 2 sets to none. And now 4 hits called against Crawfordsville as that one hit the net, not a Frankfort player. Frankfort with the 10-9 lead. These two teams, because of the sectional draw, we told you we would talk about that again earlier. And the way it sets up is Danville earned the bye, of course. Somehow, that happens. But the benefit to both of these teams here tonight are the two best teams by record in Tri-West and Danville could very well end up playing each other. They're on the opposite side of the bracket, where Frankfort drew Brebeuf, Crawfordsville drew Guerin Catholic. The winners would face each other. So these two teams could see each other again in a very short period of time if they can get out of that opening round game.
And you know who stuck with Tri-West and Danville is Lebanon.
Yeah.
Us being Frankfort guys, it kind of makes your heart happy.
Lebanon will have to deal with Tri-West first. If they get by them, they got to deal with Danville, and that is a tall task for sure because Danville's 21-3 on the season. Tri-West is 23-2. Those two teams got to be the odds-on favorite right now going into sectional. And Frankfort being right behind them at 18-8, the top 3 records.
Yep.
See a timeout here as Crawfordsville wanting to talk things over. It is a 3-point game. This timeout brought to us by the Farmers Bank, where we like helping everyone grow, from business owners running multi-million-dollar companies to first-timers just opening a savings account. We draw on over 140 years of history to honor the principles of personal connection and individual attention that have been there since the founding in 1876. And that's why you don't have to be a farmer to be a farmer. Let's grow. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Tournament history for these two teams as we talk about sectionals. The last sectional title for Crawfordsville came back in 2007. For Frankfort, it was 2009. So it's been a little while for both of these squads. Obviously, this is a big year for both of them, trending in the right direction. A tough sectional, no doubt.
It's a little weird having Brebeuf and Guerin Catholic in your sectional, but I think Coach Rushton and the Hot Dogs are going to take on that challenge, playing Brebeuf first round at their place.
The serve here by Thomas. She was our player to watch tonight. She played so well against the Gophers last week. When they needed that too, you had the steadiness. Of course, Smith and Rockhold get so much of the accolades and well-deserved. Yep. But they needed that third player to kind of come along and help get them over that hump, because it was a battle in here. It was one of my probably top 5 all-time volleyball matches, and this one is right up that alley the way it's panning out tonight too. Thomas she was fantastic.
It always feels like when Frankfort and Prairie play each other, it's always back and forth. If you can remember, a couple of years prior to that, had a great match that ended on a controversial call. So when Frankfort and Prairie play, it's going to be an exciting match.
That kill in 14-11. Queen comes in. Thomas will check out.
Crawfordsville's got a chance to sweep Clinton County or beat them back-to-back nights. Obviously, there's 2 other schools in Clinton County, but back-to-back nights playing Clinton County schools could go 2-0.
Yeah, they swept the Gophers last night on their home floor, Crawfordsville's home floor. And Queen in that back row, normally so good at digging, and it's not that she's been bad tonight, but the kills coming across, just so much more minimum on them. Those are tough to handle. There's a good ball from Queen. Mowdy put a swing on it, but it's into the net. 14-13 as Crawfordsville continues to fight their way back. Olivia Hedrick on the serve. That one long. Now you see that double switch here as Keck comes back in. Harrington comes back in, and Zhang and Mowdy will come out.
I don't think Caroline Queen gets talked about enough. Just being the libero, nobody really looks at the digs but she's the one that's setting up the assist for Jalen Smith and the kill for Lily Rockhold. And having all three of those girls back next year is going to be huge for Coach Rushman and the Hot Dogs.
Yeah, serve receive is one of those things that you're right. It doesn't get enough attention that people always say they need to pass better. Well, that starts off the serve receive because that first pass has got to be where Smith can handle it to make a good pass to the big hit, right?
Yep.
Another point here for Frankfort is they've opened a 4-point margin. Harrington just tickles the top of the net that time.
A little bit of an awkward hit there by number, I believe was at 13.
I do not have a 13 on my roster, so unfortunately I do not know who that is.
A little bit of an awkward hit goes in Frankfort's way.
Great job by Daisy Santos-Valdez.
Those serves are just barely squeaking over the net. I think it's making it really tough for Crawfordsville right now.
A 6-point margin opened up for the Hot Dogs, and Valdez on senior night with a memorable moment right there.
Yeah, coming in tonight, she's only played 34 sets, so that will definitely be a memorable moment for her on her senior night.
You know, when I was naming off the family members of Coach Kia Rushton earlier, I failed to mention another one. Her sister, Macy Matthews, is on the bench as well as one of the assistant coaches. So I want to make sure that we hit the whole family, make sure I cover everybody. You know, on the other side for Coach Manuel, she is an associate AD by day over at Wabash College, assisting there. And, you know, she credits having a great staff as well. Christy Strickland, her JV coach, played volleyball at Goshen. And one of the other assistants, Chris Board, was a Bishop Chittard alum and a current Wabash volleyball player. So that's always good to have someone come back that is still that close to the game.
Exactly.
They go to Price, and again, even when they set her in the back row, she is dangerous.
Feels like almost more dangerous in the back row because it's harder to read where that ball's going.
Five-point lead for Frankfort. It was a tough pass that time, and Smith was able to track it down. Good job by Harrington to get out of the way. Oh, she thought he said touch. She was about to come unglued. You don't see Morgan Harrington get very demonstrative, and she was like, did you not see that matrix move I did right there to stay out of that? Six-point lead for the Hot Dogs. Rockhold. Great block at the net. This time they're able to fight through the block, though, and what we're seeing right now from Frankfort is much what we saw for Crawfordsville, where they just kept the pressure on, right? Yep. Just having to send the ball across the net, and when you do, Frankfort's able to reload on offense, and you get too many of those opportunities in a row. It's like leaving a three-point shooter wide open, right? He's going to eventually hit one, unless it's me. I'm probably going 0 for 20. Good hands at the net that time by Keck. Strickland, the good swing, nice dig. And this one lands in the back corner.
It's a great point for Frankfort there.
22-14.
We mentioned in that first set, Crawfordsville kept getting the ball to Price, and Frankfort's come out in this set and kept getting the ball to Rockhold, and it's really paid off for them.
One thing in this rotation that you will notice as broadcaster jinx was getting ready to happen anyway, Queen a little long there, is they had Price kind of stuck in that back row.
Yep.
And while she's still killing from back there, she's not as dangerous as she is when she's right there at the net. Now they got to contend with her being back in the front. Boy, yeah, that pass there came across, and I've said this all season long. That's like me at an all-you-can-eat buffet, buddy. Getting excited, big swing right there in the middle. The only thing you got to do there is make sure you don't get into the net yourself.
Yeah.
Now a service error. Makes it 23-16. Rockhold goes with the service line. A couple of big points here for the Hot Dogs if they can close this out in set two. And a service error from Rockhold.
Last thing you want to do right now is let Crawfordsville get a little bit of momentum. You just want to close them out here and get that win.
And an overpass that works out. Sometimes you get a little lucky, right? And Queen knows it. She's like, hey, it's all right, we'll take it. A point's a point.
It's like when you bank in the three-pointer, you know. We'll take it. Wasn't meant to happen, but got the points anyways.
Zhang will come in and try to serve set point here for Frankfort. They go to Price. Price punches it over. A good job just going over the top of Smith. It's a 6-point game. Substitution is number 13, comes back into the game. Ellie Walker will take a seat. Again, apologies to number 13. We don't have a 13 on our roster for Crawfordsville, and there is set point. 25-18, Frankfort rebounds. We're all knotted up at one apiece. We'll step aside. A pivotal set number 3 heads your way right after the break.
Healthy Communities of Clinton County is committed to reduce the risk factors contributing to chronic disease, including health disparities by decreasing stigma and encouraging positive changes. HCCC is here for the community with systems of care navigators, entrance assistance, prenatal classes, mental health programs, substance use prevention, and more. To help make the healthy choice the easy choice, contact us at 659-6063 or through our website, healthyclintoncounty.org.
Frankfort Eagles 976 has bingo every Wednesday night. Early birds beginning at 6 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 7 p.m. Packets are $25 and includes every game you need to play. They also have Saturday bingo the first Saturday of every month, with early birds starting at 4 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 5 p.m. Big game payouts each game with 3 to 4 chances to win different jackpot games each day. Great for individuals or groups because everyone enjoys winning lots of money. You must be 18 years or older to play.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
At Tornado Roofing, we provide a complete range of services defined by quality, innovation, and expertise. We offer free estimates, have financing available, and handle insurance claims. Tornado Roofing is more than a name. It's a family-owned and operated business known for its committed customer service and expectation of going beyond our clients' needs. Our work is backed by a customer satisfaction guarantee to provide you with peace of mind. For more information, visit tornadoroof.com or call 670-6440. At Tornado Roofing, we believe in putting a strong roof over your head.
A great atmosphere, a great volleyball matchup tonight so far here on the ISC Sports Network. One set apiece. Crawfordsville and Frankfort trying to come out victorious here in the Sagamore Conference matchup. This game brought to us tonight by Tornado Roofing. If you need quality work from a qualified roofing company, then they're the ones to call. They've helped countless clients keep their property protected while saving time and money. They know they can do the same for you. Offer free estimates, financing, and even handle insurance claims. Give them a call, 670-6440, or visit tornadoroof.com for more information. Doug, what stood out to you there in game number 2?
Like we said in the first set, they got the ball to Price, Crawfordsville did, and Frankfort got the ball to Rockhold there. And I thought they really they executed what they wanted to do well. So.
Again, a pivotal set 3 here. Obviously, you play best of 5, but a lot of times it's tough to overcome that 2-1 deficit and force a game 5.
Yep. But that was a big set for Frankfort, coming back, tying it up 1-1. Because coming back from two sets down to nothing is really hard to do.
Crawfordsville will start out with the serve here first. And set 3 is underway. Walker targets Rockhold. Rockhold too long that time. First point goes to Crawfordsville. That's the first time in 3 sets that Frankfort hasn't started out with the first point. Smith has to send that one across, and now Crawfordsville with an opportunity to run their offense. They go middle. And a nice kill from Katie Grace Whitecotton.
Crawfordsville's got their best server on the line right now, and Ellie Walker leads the team in aces and has a 91.5 serve percentage. So this is definitely who they want on the service line.
Smith goes to Rockhold. Good diving effort to keep it alive by Price. And then miscommunication between a couple of hot dogs. Obviously, you don't want to see collisions happen and anyone get injured, but right there, someone has to say mine, and go get it.
Yeah.
Back to Rockhold. This one not touched. Wide of the court. 4 straight points for the Athenians. Do you have any fond memories against Crawfordsville with this being the final volleyball Sagamore Conference matchup between these two?
Yeah, actually, I hadn't beat Crawfordsville in basketball my whole high school career going into last year. We went on the road. We were 7-7, hadn't been above 500 all year, and got a double-digit point victory at Crawfordsville last year, which was a big win for us. Hadn't beat Crawfordsville, obviously, as I said, since I was in high school. So getting a road win in the Sagamore Conference is definitely impressive, especially at Crawfordsville.
That was an amazing dig a minute ago from Emma Boozer. Somehow she got a pancake save to keep that alive, and Frankfort earns the point after a fantastic rally. You know, being a Frankfort grad myself, I don't want to make it sound like we're picking on Crawfordsville here a little bit, but it's nostalgic, right? The last of the Sagamore Conference as the season winds down. I was a baseball player. It was my junior year, and Crawfordsville came in ranked number 1 in the state, and we shut them down 15-4. Actually beat them by run rule fashion, and that was our one highlight victory of that season, but it was a good one for us.
Tell you what, Crawfordsville is always a great baseball team, and our baseball coach is sitting right in front of us tonight.
There you go.
Coach Dudley. And it's always a great matchup when Crawfordsville and Frankfort play in baseball. So,
substitution here as Ratcliffe comes in. And I have to tell that story because Crawfordsville got the best of us. A lot more than we got the best of them. So we enjoyed that victory, and it was an outstanding pitching performance that day. We had a senior pitcher by the name of Terry Johnson. And he dominated a great lineup. It was his day. It was one of those days that just worked out.
Tell you what, one of my first ever broadcasts on ISC Sports Network and Hot Dog Network was a baseball game between Frankfort and Crawfordsville. And they got the win 2-1, I believe. So kind of cool to be doing that again with Crawfordsville and Frankfort.
7-3 your score here. Volleyball action tonight. All knotted up at 1 set apiece. Crawfordsville definitely has a good bit of height across that front row. You can see the blockers, and Coach Manuel said, we have to send a few more blockers than we're used to match up with Lily Rockhold, and I haven't seen a ton of extra blockers up there tonight per se, but I would say whoever's been on the front three have done a really nice job. Keck. Good cat-like reflexes there to get a paw on it and try to keep it alive. And now a timeout taken here as Crawfordsville opens a wide margin in set number 3, 9-3. This portion of our broadcast brought to us by the Frankfort Eagles, number 976. They've been serving the community since 1905 with over 900 members locally. The Frankfort Eagles offer something for everyone. For more information on who they are and what they do, visit FOE.com or stop by the Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street in Frankfort. Who doesn't want to do a little bingo on Wednesday nights, man? What do if you're in town in Frankfort tomorrow, you want to go up to the Eagles, you can get some early bird seating and pay one price, you get your card, you play all night long, you win you some money. It's fun times.
Frankfort's having a great season. They hadn't been above 500 in a while. Who else hasn't been above 500 in a while? It's Indiana football. And Coach Signetti's turned things around down there, and really excited.
6-0 start, the first team to become bowl eligible.
It's crazy.
And a team, honestly, they jumped up in the rankings, number 18 this week in one poll, 20 in another.
Yep.
And the best part about it all, Doug, if they keep playing like this, if they can somehow finish with maybe one loss on the season, play in a Big Ten championship game, they might make the college football playoffs that expanded to 12 teams this year.
Never thought I'd ever say that about Indiana football.
Me either.
But
why I'm putting it on record.
It's definitely an exciting time down there in Bloomington. I want to get to a game this year, but we'll see if that happens or not.
Timeout taken by Coach Rushton a minute ago pays off as Frankfort comes out. They're able to earn that first point out of that timeout. We've seen both coaches use their timeouts so well here tonight, and their teams responded immediately after. Crawfordsville adds another point here, though. They're up 6. Hats off to Frankfort boys soccer team tonight as they won in the first round of sectionals against Twin Lakes 3-1. Goals by Sebastian Mora, Eric Hernandez, both of those on penalty kicks, if I could talk. I had coffee way late in the day today. And then Andres Quadra, I hope I said that last name correctly, assisted by Ragan Campos. And Aguilar, the goalie, had 3 saves. They will play again Wednesday night at 7:30 to keep their season alive.
Soccer team's a team that's had a lot of success here at Frankfort in recent years, and it looks like they're keeping that going.
Soccer and baseball have been two of the top sports here at Frankfort the last few years. Frankfort's football team back in action again Friday night, still looking for that first win this season. They'll have their final home game of the year in the final week, and they'll play none other than the Crawfordsville Athenians that are here tonight in volleyball.
It's always been a tradition, Crawfordsville and Frankfort, the last game of the season. So it will be interesting to see if Frankfort can get a win on the last home game of the year.
It's always tough when a team goes winless or they've struggled like the program has the last couple of years. And Doug, I know you were quarterback and part of some of those growing pains. But what has always made me feel better as a person on the outside looking in is the fact that you guys kept showing up. You show up every week, you show up every day at practice, you keep putting in the work. And, for nothing else, it's the pride, right? The name on the jersey, you want that to mean something, and you keep fighting for those victories. And they haven't come just yet for Frankfort football, but if you keep putting in the work, eventually the work's got to pay off.
Yeah, it can be difficult, definitely one to show up after – going and playing Tri-West and Danville and Webo and Lebanon. Sagamore Conference is just brutal every week in and week out. And when a team's kind of struggling like Frankfort has in the past, it's not always easy to want to show up and have to play the next ranked team, for the 3rd week in a row. But shout out to Coach Byers and the whole coaching crew for putting in countless hours of effort.
Point here, 12-8 score. As Harrington comes in to serve, Keck comes back in on the front row. Good swing from 13. She earns the point for Crawfordsville. Now she'll sub out. Ellie Walker will come in, and with a 5-point lead, crucial part of this game, the best server for Crawfordsville heads to the service line. Frankfort's got to dial in some focus right here.
You see that serve kind of got Frankfort out of rotation there. Wasn't a traditional set from Smith.
Had to travel a long way to get to that second ball. Walker chooses to attack Harrington this time. It was a great recovery from Frankfort. They kind of got the benefit as a Crawfordsville player touched on their side of the net and gave Frankfort a fresh set of 3 hits.
Yep.
Now 14-9, and not bad. Walker earned a point, then they ran her off the service line. Queen now back to serve for Frankfort. Conversation taking place here between the two officials.
Not exactly sure what they're talking about, but I wouldn't be surprised if we saw them redo the point.
Could redo her. They could point the opposite direction. I've seen that a few times this year as well, but they still rule point for Frankfort. So conversation, just want to make sure they both saw it the same way. And what you'll see is Claire Peacock going over to the chair. So each team has a speaking captain. That player is the only player that is allowed to talk to the officials. And she's getting some clarity, and then she'll take that clarity back to Coach Manuel.
Student section's getting a little rowdy here.
The only thing bad about the stoppage is the momentum kind of falls out of the gym, right? And this is such a momentum sport. And again, we're going to have another conversation. Now, normally in baseball, what you would see right here is a pitcher would start warming up with their catcher, right, staying loose. And this is kind of a free timeout on the floor right now as they're icing Queen. And now they're going to ask for a redo. And so take that point away from Frankfort.
You see Coach Kia Russian kind of questioning what's going on here. Unfortunately, we don't have them mic'd up to hear what's going on, so kind of clueless what's going on from up here. But
well, I can tell you that her son Lucas is running a camera for us tonight, so we might be able to look at her facial expressions and find out from him whether or not she agrees or disagrees. I'm sure that parenting is probably a lot like being disappointed with the officials here. And so the bad thing about this on a redo is it gives the ball back to Walker. It takes the point off the board as well.
Yep.
And now they'll replay the point. And for us, tough, like you said, Doug, because there's no clarity as to what they think they saw or what the argument was there. And now the point swings back Crawfordsville's way. And what was a very crucial point of this match. So instead of 14-9, it's now 15-8. Harrington traveling a long way to try to get to that ball. Now 16-8, a timeout taken here from Coach Rushton. Tonight's game brought to us by Day and Ginda Funeral Homes, where they believe in putting family first. As active members of the community, they know that when dealing with the loss, seeing a familiar face and being treated like family is important. Day and Ginda Funeral Home will serve your family in a unique and loving way and provide the care you need. For more information about the services Day and Ginda Funeral Homes offer, please visit dayandginda.com. Doug, you were part of the camera crew that went and shot a commercial for Day and Ginda last year, so
yes,
you
I
got to
was.
meet Norm the therapy dog, correct?
I did.
Norm's a doodle.
He is. Cool dog. And so cool that they offer that at Day and Ginda. So definitely go check out Day and Ginda. If unfortunately you have to use their services, but
Normal wander around during a day if the family would like to have him there and come lay his head in your lap or love on you a little bit and make you feel better. It was good to have a furry buddy like that.
it is.
Out of the timeout, Frankfort trying to respond, and they will. Justine Thomas from the back row.
Smart play there. She saw an opportunity to get a free ball over and executed it well.
Now Queen, who was all set to serve 5 minutes ago, gets her chance to go to the service line here. Knuckleball drop serve. Good job by Crawfordsville to just keep that ball in play. Same for Frankfort. But a free opportunity here for Crawfordsville. What a dig. Rockhold earns the point for Frankfort, but credit Carolyn Queen for keeping it alive.
Really impressive dig there. And now she gets rewarded by going back to the service line.
16-10.
Queens gave Crawfordsville some fits tonight on that service line.
That ball placed perfectly between two players. Boozer got most of it, and Walker couldn't get there for the second hit. And now Frankfort with a free ball opportunity. They go back to Rockhold. She powers through the block. Frankfort finding their groove, and a timeout taken by Coach Manuel. She's starting to see what was an 8-point lead cut in half now, 16-12. Not one to let this get any closer. She's going to make an adjustment on that back row because that's where Queens went those last two serves, Doug.
Wow, what a game we've had so far. This has been a fun one. The environment in Case Arena has been outstanding. Couldn't have asked for anything more.
We want to tell you about FiberHawk, now available. FiberHawk fiber internet, super fast speeds, no more buffering, perfect for all sizes of business. FiberHawk offers every speed to meet your internet needs. For more on the offerings and availability, you just go to fiberhawk.com or call 765-922-HAWK. Fast, affordable, FiberHawk. We've seen some key timeouts taken by both of these coaches tonight. We'll see if this one has a similar effect. It's Crawfordsville trying to stop Frankfort's comeback bid right here. Smith, Rockhold, big kill. Fired up again is Lily Rockhold. And you can see her telling her team, let's go.
Yep. Coach Manuel was hoping for a net call on Lily Rockhold, but didn't get it.
So tough on those to see. That one, though, was right in front of the official, and whether she gets it from the follow-through or if the ball itself hit the top part of the net.
Yeah. I think the official made the right call, though. I think it was the ball hitting the net.
That serve long from Queen. But a nice job getting Frankfort back into this one anyway, 17-13. Now Ratcliffe will come in to serve as Allie Strickland will head to the bench. And, important to note, Ratcliffe's only a freshman, Doug. I've been watching all night long thinking, that girl's probably a junior. She comes in, key points to serve. No, a freshman.
Yeah.
When you're able to put some youth on the floor, that bodes well for the future.
Wow, did Rockhold hit that ball hard. The deflection went About 5 rows up in the stands over here.
I will give Katie Grace Whitecotton a lot of credit for going after that ball. Now Rockhold going to come out here. This is a rare move that we don't see very often.
Bringing in the freshman, I believe.
Is that Grace Myers that's in the game?
It is, yes.
Grace Myers into serve.
Only played 6 sets all year, so given the freshman opportunity here in a conference showdown.
Grace a serving specialist though, and this is a key moment. So how about Coach Rushton rolling the dice and saying, here comes a coaching move?
Tell you what a moment for the freshman to come into a game like this and got Frankfort within 1 point right now.
Too strong on that serve, and now Rockhold will come right back in. And the other thing you notice about these moves is you can only have so many substitutions in a match. Outside your liberos can come and go as they please. But a key substitution there, and it's a 2-point game. That ball travels outside the antenna. You can't fault the effort from Justine Thomas there. Boozer at the line. They're coming back to Price. The block there. 4 hits against Crawfordsville, or a double hit here.
Big point for Frankfort.
Well, that was a crucial block from Jalen Smith. Addie Keck right there with her.
You didn't want to see Crawfordsville get a 4-point lead. It's often hard to come back from that this late in the game.
Ashley Zhang on the serve. And now a double hit here against the setter, Claire Peacock. A rare mistake from the sophomore. Claire has 838 career assists coming into tonight. She is tracking to be over 1,000 into the first few games of her junior year. That's pretty darn impressive. It's a feat Jalen Smith accomplished earlier this season as a junior as well. Big point there, and we are all knotted up at 19, Doug. How about this comeback bid from the Hot Dogs? They trailed 16-8. Thomas. Wow. Ooh, I thought she hit it too strong and it was going to land in. Price punches it across. Smith, quick set. Peacock was ready for it. Now a free ball opportunity. They set Mowdy.
Got it.
Mowdy with a big swing. Crucial point there for Frankfort.
Big time for the young sophomore there. Doesn't only plays the front row, but big point there and a crucial part of this match.
Doesn't get a ton of opportunities set in middle there, usually in for quite a bit of her blocking skill set. But when she does get the opportunity to hit, she does a nice job. They go back to her again. That one just out. Now rules say ball just has to touch any part of the line. I would not want to be a line judge calling that one.
They had challenges. That's one of those you want instant replay to look back at, see if it grazed part of the line, but don't have that in high school, unfortunately.
Peacock serving here for Crawfordsville. Thomas dinks it across.
Smart play from Thomas there.
21-20.
That was your player to watch tonight. Comes up with a huge play late in this third set.
Now Smith at the service line. Hits the top of the net.
I tell you what, I don't know if it's ever been this loud in a volleyball game that I've attended here at Frankfort.
22-20 off the ace. Smith lets it calm down a little bit here in the arena. Price from the opposite side of where she's been hitting most of the night.
What an answer from Price there.
Yep.
Frankfort's going on a run. Keep it within 1 point.
Well, I tell you, both of these teams are as advertised here this evening. Santos Valdez, and it's in.
Wow, the senior on senior night gets a massive point. What a hit.
23-21 now.
As we've mentioned, she hasn't got a ton of playing time this year. But hey.
That is 2 crucial points she's had in back-to-back sets. A timeout taken here by Coach Manuel. Again, they'll try to stop this run from Frankfort. They were down 16-8 at one point. It is a 15-5 run? Is my math correct? 15-5 for Frankfort?
I believe so.
I graduated 27 years ago, so I'm relying on you. You know, you're still doing the school thing. Great coaching. And I asked, you know, and I've known Coach Rushton for some time, and I went to her and I said, with you potentially having Crawfordsville in a couple weeks from now, in that what could be a second-round matchup of sectionals, do you hold anything back tonight? Do you do some things different to not show your full hand? She said, absolutely not. It would be against what I've been preaching about all season long. You can't, you know, talk about the 18th win if you're not talking about winning number 19. We are going to throw everything we got, and we're playing every game as if it's our last, basically.
Yeah.
And that's not quote for quote, you know, verbatim there, but Coach Rushton was unequivocally letting me know we go out to win every single match.
It's a great mindset to have.
We're going to do what we do best. And I'm sure that if I had asked Coach Manuel that same question, I would have gotten the same thing back from her. The great Herm Edwards said at one point in time, you play to win the game. Rockhold, big swing, what a block.
What a block.
And they are fired up there in the middle. Olivia Hedrick there for part of that key block, and then a little extra fire through the net there, kind of letting Frankfort know, I'm here. I ain't going anywhere. These are
the games you love to play in.
Rockhold. Overpass here. They go back to Rockhold again. As Price makes the diving effort. Now game point here. Frankfort trying to take a key 2-1 lead. Crawfordsville trying to stave that off and do the same. Morgan Harrington on the serve. Peacock. Great pass and kill. Katie Grace Whitecotton.
Just back and forth.
Just when you think you know where they're going with the ball, that was a great, she passed it right behind her head. Whitecotton rolls around for the kill. Walker at the service line. They go back to Rockhold. Rockhold powers through the block, and Frankfort takes set number 3. 25-23. What a match here tonight. 2-1, Frankfort leads Crawfordsville. We're going to take a break and catch our breath as the teams do the same. It's been a fantastic night of volleyball here on ISC. We'll be back right after this.
For the barn wedding of your dreams, you need to experience our country estate, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. Schedule your tour today at thewillowcreekbarn.com. Voted the Knot Best of Weddings for 3 years straight.
Frankfort Eagles 976, serving with the community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, Frankfort Eagles offers something for everyone. Golf leagues, bingo, concerts, kid parties, cookouts, and more. For more information on who we are and what we do, visit FOE.com or stop by Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street, Frankfort, Indiana.
Rondell Sims is a successful entrepreneur and beloved grandpa, in part because he's responsive and attentive. That also just happens to be what he looks for in a financial partner. And when it comes to his bank, Rondell is a farmer.
Welcome to the Willow Creek Barn, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. From the moment you arrive on the property, you'll notice every detail is finely crafted to provide you with the dream wedding you've always dreamt about. From carriage and trolley rides to breathtaking aerial views via our hot air balloon, the Willow Creek Barn offers unforgettable moments that will last you a lifetime. For more information about our packages and availability, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com.
We welcome you back here to Case Arena. It is set number 4. It's my favorite song rocking in the background right now. What a time to play it, too, getting fired up. Crawfordsville took set 1, 25-20. Frankfort's responded with back-to-back victories, 25-18, 25-23, and now lead 2-1. Joined by Doug Wood, I am Sean Walker. Doug, this has been fun tonight, my friend.
Yeah, I can describe this game in 2 words, as advertised. I mean, it's everything we expected. It's a great, great match. See if this thing gets to 5 sets, as we mentioned earlier, would definitely favor Crawfordsville as they are 2-0 in those 5-set matches.
Set number 4 tonight brought to us by Sandra Myers Law, providing top-notch legal services to clients in Tippecanoe County and surrounding areas. Call 838-8700 to schedule a free consultation today. You see the services that she can help you with on the screen. We want to thank all of our sponsors here on the ISC Sports Network in cooperation with Hot Dog TV. And again, want to thank all the students behind the scenes and Mr. Salih for his efforts bringing these games to you all season long here on Hot Dog TV and ISC. All the social media platforms that you can find the games. I saw that Frankfort had finalized their basketball schedule for boys basketball now, so I put the remaining games on the calendar, and that'll be coming out soon.
A lot of changes this year to their basketball schedule, different from even last year when I played. So looking forward to watching them play this year.
Momentum in this game in volleyball is like a wave of lightning. It's something that Frankfort wants to try to ride here in set number 4. And Doug, to your point, Frankfort hasn't been 5 sets yet this season. You got to think if Crawfordsville were able to win here in set 4 and win in dominating fashion, or by 5 or 6, we'll even say, that's got to put some pressure on Frankfort.
It's going to. Not only haven't been 5 sets, but in this magnitude of a game, I mean, it's going to be a lot of pressure. So Frankfort is going to want to close them out here in this 4th set.
Now for Coach Rushton, obviously, it's always good to be tested. Same for Coach Manuel. You want to be tested all season long. They say iron sharpens iron, and we're getting that here tonight. You're seeing the top 2 hitters, still your term as advertised. Man, the top 2 sophomores in the state in 3A are battling it out tonight, and it's been fun to watch Rockhold and Price go at it.
It's crazy to think that Frankfort versus Crawfordsville matchups got those type of caliber players, as it hasn't been that way in the past. So it's exciting to see that happen here tonight.
And the supporting cast for both of these teams have been spectacular as well. This is one of those, I say it a lot, and I think it's because I'm a father, I'm a parent myself. You hate to see somebody lose. I mean, I know that's why you play the game, but when they're out there and you see girls diving all over the floor and working their tail off, you hate to see anybody walk away with an L.
Wow, Keck with the block there. Leads the team in blocks, as that is her 27th block this season.
Frankfort with a 5-0 lead. They started out with a similar lead in set number 1, and Crawfordsville rallied back to win that one. But that was when it was a fresh 0-0.
Yep.
Frankfort now has the advantage with that 2-1 lead. Rockwell tried to send that one to the back corner. Strickland. Good diving effort. Peacock goes back to Strickland. And that one just in.
What an effort from Queen there to get that ball up, though. Give Frankfort a chance to get the point. Crawfordsville gets the point, though. And just great determination from, I believe it was number 2, Strickland.
That is that fine line right there where the ball just barely touched the line, and that's all it has to do. They go to Rockhold. Rockhold earns the point.
Tell you what a set from Smith there. Cross court, perfectly placed for Rockhold.
She's coming towards us.
Yeah.
Turns around, jumps set back, and puts it in a perfect place for Rockhold. You know how we say, and it is easy, especially as broadcasters, to get caught up in what you're watching when you see big hitters like Rockhold and Price swing away. But you got to give credit where credit's due too, and the setters for each team, because they're the ones making sure that pass gets there. And then you go a step further back, and it's whoever gets that first pass to the setter has got to be in a place where the setter can be effective.
Yeah, I like to think of it as like a quarterback and a receiver. You know, the receiver's not going to get his catches if the quarterback doesn't put it where it needs to be, but the quarterback's not going to get the passing yards if the receiver doesn't make the catch as well. So,
and the quarterback has to have time to throw the ball, so if the offensive line don't protect.
There's that factor as well.
That's where the team aspect of the game comes in. Good dig. Walker kept it alive. Keck that time did a nice job of staying out of the net. Now Smith goes back to Rockhold. Didn't put a ton on that one. Price just has to send it across. Smith. And that wasn't even a set. That was the traditional bump, and still put it in a perfect spot for Rockhold. Substitution here, as we saw this last game, as Rockhold will come out when it's her turn to serve, maybe saving that arm a little bit, knowing that she's had a lot of swings tonight. And also realizing she's got a pretty darn good server in freshman Grace Myers.
Great block there from Crawfordsville. I believe that was number 15, Peacock. Been everywhere tonight.
Yeah. We saw she was the speaking captain for the team earlier. She's been setting all the hitters here for Crawfordsville. And you alluded to earlier, I believe she's second on the team in blocks as the setter. Has a presence at the net. And the setter and Smith trying to get a block that time, and too much space between her and the net.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier it's not common for the setter to be second in the team in blocks, but it turns out Jalen Smith is also second on the team in blocks. So the eerily weird comparison between these teams just keep on coming.
Feels like the old Spider-Man meme where they're all pointing at each other,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
They're all the same. And some weird Spideyverse, Crawfordsville and Frankfort. I could watch these two teams battle it out every night, though. Yeah. This is fun. 8-6 as Crawfordsville refuses to just go away quietly here. Trailed by a big margin. They fought back. They're within 2. Service error here from...
It's a big break for Frankfort there. Crawfordsville was getting ready to get some momentum, and that helped stop it.
Emma Boozer that time serves into the net. Ashley Zhang back to serve here for Frankfort. I'll tell you, I look across the gym, and there's some parents standing. They are refusing to sit for this one even because it's been so good. They said, we're going to join the student section and just stay on our feet all night. Price pushed that one across. Set middle that time for Mowdy.
Just a little bit of a miss hit there. Seemed to not get her footing right underneath of her.
Substitution as Walker comes out. 13 checks back in for Crawfordsville. Trying to do process of elimination to figure out who 13 might be.
Another service error for Crawfordsville back to back. Giving Frankfort some breaks tonight. And Frankfort does it right back.
Two-point lead for the Hot Dogs. Santos Valdez that time. We saw her get a kill earlier at a crucial point for Frankfort.
We talk about the catch from Coach Manuel there.
Yeah. Looking alert.
That ball looked like it was going out, but Frankfort plays it. It gets the point anyways.
for Coach Manuel, she's got a tough job. She's associate AD at Wabash, right? I'm sure that keeps her very busy.
Yeah.
Then she's a volleyball coach here for Crawfordsville. You're dealing with teenagers. But I think the toughest job of all is probably keeping significant other Mitch Huppert in line. I know that he can be a tough one to deal with over there at Marion. Just kidding, Mitch. Frankfort with a 3-point lead, and if for some reason we do find ourselves into set number 5, just a reminder to those at home, especially Frankfort fans tuning in who haven't seen a 5th set, we only played a 15.
First ever volleyball match I went to 5 sets, and I thought the game was still going and everyone was high-fiving. I was quite confused why everyone high-fived after 15, so definitely nice to know that.
Been some changes in the rules over the years. I think a lot of them for the better. Rally scoring is one of them that you see now. I know back in the day when I was in high school, you could only earn points if you were serving. And so, you may have a play like that, but it didn't count as a point on your side. You just got the serve, and then if you were able to get a point, you got a point. And so, a little different here. I like it. It speeds the game up. Yeah. The libero, something that's been instituted in the last handful of years. Timeout taken here, a 5-point lead for Frankfort. At Healthy Communities, they want you to know that recovery is possible. If you or someone you love is struggling with addiction, make sure you reach out to Healthy Communities at 659-6063 or at healthyclintoncounty.org. They've got the resources and tools to help you get back on the path to recovery. I want to thank our friends at Healthy Communities of Clinton County. Man, they do so much. It's such a, you can take a paintbrush and just such a broad paint, from youth rise to addiction to peer counseling to helping people get health insurance. You name it, they do it.
Something I was involved in was Youth Rise. Just a great organization getting youth involved. Laura Ultrabald, who normally would be calling the volleyball game with you tonight, does an outstanding job. Just a great organization all around.
Now we get a point for Crawfordsville as Frankfort was over the net, maybe, I think was the call. Across the net on the other team's side, maybe?
Not exactly sure, what the call was there.
4-point game. Rockhold can't keep that one in play. Olivia Hedrick, we saw she had a big block earlier. Got fired up afterwards.
Yep.
She's back at the service line trying to get the Athenians back into this one. What a play. Jalen Smith is going towards the team bench, and to play that one over her head and put it in a place where Rockhold can not only keep it and play across the net, but actually put some mustard on it.
It's impressive. I think that's a benefactor of her being able to play as a freshman. Varsity volleyball has just been working on that for so long now.
Good diving effort from Crawfordsville to keep this one alive. Rockhold in the middle. It's blocked, but it lands out.
I believe that one did land in. I thought I saw it hit the line.
Now they're pointing Crawfordsville's direction.
I think it's the right call. I believe that ball landed in.
It looked as if he called out, but I think he was saying it was not touched by Crawfordsville was the ruling. Either way, Crawfordsville gets the point. And Rockhold says, okay, no doubt about this one. That was a Shaquille O'Neal slam dunk across the net.
The length she has definitely helped that point right there, being able just to slam it down. Looks like Peacock is going to be asking a question. Not going to get an answer she wants to hear, though.
Peacock went to the up official, and you are correct. They wanted a conference of the officials, and he said no, it was my call. I saw it all the way. 17-12.
Queen once again at the service line, just been giving Crawfordsville trouble all night long.
I would tell you what, this one has been so good that I hope these two teams meet again in sectionals because I may buy a ticket and drive over to that one, even if ISC doesn't cover it. This has been fun. These two coaches, they've got great teams. These are two well-coached teams, a lot of talent on both sides. That one is out.
Very similar play as the one a couple points ago, but that one did not land in.
She saw that shot was still open. That time she couldn't keep it in bounds. And now the freshman, Alexis Ratcliffe at the service line. Peacock sends it over. Smith to Queen. Harrington. Peacock goes middle. Thomas keeps it alive. And now another free ball opportunity for Crawfordsville. They go to Price. Price makes him pay.
Get the ball to your best player, and that's what Crawfordsville did there, and it pays off. What a rally, though, that was.
17-15. Now Frankfort wants to talk things over as this gets a little closer here. I felt like we had not called Price's name for a little while. She finally got a good swing on one there.
Yeah, I like the adjustment Coach Russian did, just sending a lot of bodies at Price, and it's kind of taken her out of the game here, and that's why Frankfort's won the last two sets.
Coach Manuel coaching up there. You see it. It's positive reaffirmation. I love it. Same in the other side for Frankfort. Coach Rushton telling them, this is your game. Go finish it. That's something that as a young team, Frankfort a year ago, they were trying to figure out how to win these close matches.
And you know, Frankfort only lost one senior last year in Tiffany Zhang. So they returned essentially their whole team, and Tiffany wasn't a player that played every single set. So they essentially returned their whole team, and I think you can see how much that's paid off this year.
Yeah, the chemistry's there. That serve long. Now 18-15. And again, I love the mix. You know, you look at both teams, and you've got freshmen all the way through senior on your rosters on both sides of the floor playing crucial minutes. And as I say that, here comes Grace Myers, who's listed as a JV player here, and she's getting huge serves, trying to help Frankfort get to win number 19 on the season and finish fourth place in the conference.
Great experience for a young freshman to be able to play in this type of game. It's going to help them go down the road for sure.
Boozer on the serve. Frankfort goes to Thomas. That one in between two players. Frankfort has a 3-point lead now. Ashley Zhang, Chloe Mowdy check in.
Feels like we've been calling Thomas's name a lot here recently. Definitely coming into play, helping Rockhold and Smith out.
Price from behind that 3-meter line. They go to Thomas here. Again, didn't have to put a ton on that one, just hit it in the right spot. And now a 20-16 lead for Frankfort. Another big point here for the Hot Dogs. Sang does a good job to pass long. Crawfordsville reset. And then Price there.
Great opportunity for Price there. Talking about the Sagamore Conference, the quality of play that is in the Sagamore. 7 of the 8 teams are on a winning streak right now in the Sagamore Conference, and 6 of the 8 have above 500 records.
Isn't that crazy? Tri-West and Danville leading the way.
I believe Webo's in 5th place, and Webo's playing Tri-West tonight for that conference championship, for a share of it.
Western Boone, thank you. I don't want to leave them behind. They're always a team I forget about because they seem like a smaller school, and they're not.
Yeah.
And they dominate across sports. They're doing such a great job over there at Western Boone.
I believe they won a state championship of volleyball a couple years back. So they've definitely built their volleyball program up well, and as well as their football team has won state championships.
You talked about the winning streaks. Frankfort riding a 4-match streak headed into this one. Thomas. Now Peacock goes back to Price. That one right down the line.
Just every set, it's always a close game. This has been a great atmosphere and some great volleyball to watch tonight.
It was 20-16. Crawfordsville's rattled off 3 straight. They go to Rockhold. She hits from the back row. Big swing, and I don't know what would wear Rockhold out more. The fact when she dives and hits this hard floor at Case Arena, or every time she gets a big kill, a teammate comes over and knocks the tar out of her.
Tell you what, I don't know how much I would like that, but it seems to motivate her to do well. So.
Peacock goes to Price on this side. The block was there. No, into the net. 4 hits against Crawfordsville.
I originally thought it was blocked too, but you saw how much that net moved.
Crawfordsville did a nice job fighting back from that 20-16 deficit, and now Frankfort rattles off 3 straight. 22-19. And this has been a heck of a volleyball showdown here this evening, and why would you have it any other way? It's the last Sagamore Conference game that's going to be played here in Case Arena. Look at the intensity right there, Coach Rushton. And look at the fans, the young fans, the future Frankfort hot dog volleyball players. Having some fun. I think that's a little Salee there if I'm not mistaken as well. And the principal, Jennifer Miller's out, I'm being told. Those two best of buds out there with some pom-poms, and you're going to have to give your sister some grief because she was back there dancing in the background as well, Doug.
Hey, she choreographs all of the musicals here. She just can't get it out of her. Funny story, my sister was actually my beginning piano instructor last year, so it was a little weird having your sister as your teacher. But we got some confusion here.
Conversation going to take place.
They're talking to the student section, apparently.
It looks like they're going to go to some staff here from Frankfort and just make sure the student section is being well behaved over there. It's been a electric atmosphere here tonight. And Principal Miller headed over, have a conversation as well, and she's probably going to say, "Come on, guys, we appreciate your enthusiasm, but you got to keep it cordial. Be getting me in trouble." And now they're going to go sit with them just to make sure they stay in line. How about that?
Yeah, we love the school spirit, but sportsmanship comes first.
That one there looked like Smith was expecting that whistle to be blown sooner. She almost had to stop her run up, and then they blew the whistle, and she continued on, and that serve a little long there. 22-20. Santos Valdez falls into the net there after the kill. There's a point for Crawfordsville.
Seemed to roll her ankle a little bit, but she seems to be fine. A little bit of a collision at the net there.
Try to walk that off. Both teams right now with their top hitters in the back row. Price at the service line for Crawfordsville. Goes after Zhang, and we're all knotted up at 22 apiece. And now a timeout taken by Coach Rushton. The race to 25 is on. You got to win by 2.
Price comes into tonight having 26 aces. That one was kind of an unconventional one, just kind of floated in the air. And Zhang and Rockhold didn't communicate well.
Crucial part of the match here for Frankfort. If they can be the first to 25 and win by 2, they would finish out tonight 3-1. They would improve to 19-8 on the season. Crawfordsville looking to get to a set number 5. If they can do that, it bodes well for Crawfordsville. They're 2-0 this season when they've gone 5 sets. It's been a long while since that's happened. They did it in back-to-back, like opening game and game number 2 this season. Their first 2 matchups.
Yeah, what a way to open up your season. Crazy that it hasn't happened since.
Smith, Rockhold. Great job by Peacock. And now you get a double hit here.
Strickland. Not used to setting there. Kind of an awkward hit. He gets called for the double.
Point here for Frankfort. Now match point. Justine Thomas back at the service line. She was our player to watch coming in. She's had some key moments here tonight. Can she finish it off? It has gotten extra quiet here in Case Arena. Thomas on the serve. Overpass. Rockhold tries to make them pay. Great job on the recovery from Crawfordsville. They go back to Rockhold. Good up by Smith. Rockhold again. This one into the bench for Crawfordsville, and Frankfort gets the win. 25-22. They win 3-1. What an amazing night of volleyball here on the ISC Sports Network. Hats off to both of these teams. Doug, your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, cue the band. Love to hear that Frankfurt fight song after a win. See all the W's on the court. Just a great game. Rockhold played amazing. Smith set her up all night long, and Justine Smith and the rest of the crew just chipped in as much as they could to get the win in 4 sets tonight.
It's tough to pick just one player, but I think tonight you got to go with the top hitter in Lily Rockhold. She is our Frankfort Eagles player of the match. She was fantastic tonight, and you would say the same about her counterpart on the other side, Price. Man, she was there all night long for Crawfordsville as well. A great team battle from both sides. Player of the match tonight, though, Lily Rockhold.
Rockhold has had an outstanding night. I think she had to have been over 20 kills tonight. It just seemed like every time she hit the ball, Frankfort was getting a point. It's great to see her show up as a sophomore in this big of a match to secure a top 4 or the 4th spot of the conference for the first time in a long time.
Hats off to all the seniors from Frankfort here on senior night. Daisy Santos Valdez played well. Ashley Zhang, Ella McAtee, who did not play tonight, Morgan Harrington, and Justine Thomas, the 5 seniors here for Frankfort. I want to thank them for a fantastic career. Doug, you got to go through your senior year a year ago. What's a night like tonight mean for Frankfort and those seniors getting a victory out here?
Yeah, it's emotional for sure. I mean, I went out on a win as well against Southmont. So it's always better going out on a win, but your last time playing the Case Arena is definitely emotional. But glad they got the win tonight. All that hard work has paid off as they have won their 19th game this season.
Hats off to Crawfordsville and head coach Allison Manuel. Their entire team played fantastic tonight. Again, this one and the Clinton Prairie game were 2 of my favorite matches I got to be a part of all season, and it was because of how well both teams were coached, all the effort they gave out on the floor, and Crawfordsville is a team to be reckoned with. Again, these 2 teams could see each other in just a couple weeks, Doug, in sectionals if they can both get out of their opening round games. Thursday night, we have more volleyball on our network. It'll be Clinton Prairie and Clinton Central. That one live from Clinton Prairie around 7 p.m. on Thursday night. For Doug Wood, I'm Sean Walker, and everyone behind the scenes here at ISC Sports Network and Hot Dog TV, we appreciate you tuning in. We hope you join us on Thursday. Have a good evening.
Tonight's game is presented to you in parts by the Frankfort Eagles, Post 976. They are people helping people. By Day and Genda Funeral Home, proud supporters of high school athletics in Clinton and Carroll County. By the healthy communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice.
By FiberHawk, fast, affordable FiberHawk.
By the Farmers Bank, where you don't have to be a farmer to be a farmer. Let's grow. By the Willow Creek Barn, providing a picturesque setting for the barn wedding of your dreams. And by Tornado Roofing, specializing in residential and commercial roofing and repair.
At Tornado Roofing, we provide a complete range of services defined by quality, innovation, and expertise. We offer free estimates, have financing available, and handle insurance claims. Tornado Roofing is more than a name. It's a family-owned and operated business known for its committed customer service and expectation of going beyond our clients' needs. Our work is backed by a customer satisfaction guarantee to provide you with peace of mind. For more information, visit tornadoroof.com or call 670-6440. At Tornado Roofing, we believe in putting a strong roof over your head.
Welcome to the Willow Creek Barn, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. From the moment you arrive on the property, you'll notice every detail is finely crafted to provide you with the dream wedding you've always dreamt about. From carriage and trolley rides to breathtaking aerial views via our hot air balloon, the Willow Creek Barn offers unforgettable moments that will last you a lifetime. For more information about our packages and availability, visit the Willow